where Phired told. On the 14th floor in a bedroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the bodies mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on the deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 214 of Phired Up Sports. Check us out at phiredupsports.com. We are back. Mark took a couple weeks off on behalf of Phired Up Sports. Congratulations to you and your wife.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, how's life been over the last couple weeks?
It's been pretty good. We've we did our honeymoon, we did all that, and yeah, it was nice and relaxing, and it hasn't changed much for us. We've been together for quite a few years now, but it was really nice. It was a lot of fun to be around all family and friends like that.
Of course. That's awesome. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird week to kind of, as we get into sports a little bit, it's kind of a weird week to talk about sports because obviously the Eagles were on their bye. They're going into a Monday night game against Green Bay that I'm probably not even going to be able to watch at this point.
Same.
Yeah, it's like, where are we going to watch this game? That's the question. So it's they made a couple of trades over the last couple of days. I guess kind of where's your mind at with the Eagles? Do you like the trades that they've made? I think I would categorize them as one nothing trade and one trade that could actually be pretty good and work out pretty well. That's how I see it, at least. Where are you at with this Eagles team right now?
Yeah, the trade deadline I thought was a pretty good deadline for the Eagles. I like the I think with Jair Alexander and Jalen Phillips as well. They're both and maybe there's maybe that's the motif, right? Maybe that's the whole theme here. But I think very talented guys just have dealt with a lot of injuries. And so if you can keep them on the field and healthy, then these guys are clearly going to. I mean, Jair Alexander would, as long as he's healthy, would be a clear upgrade to that secondary. And it felt like there was a lot of today with the NFL trade deadline in particular. It felt like there was a lot of edge guys getting moved, a lot of DNs and stuff like that. I felt like there was a lot of teams acquiring edge guys. So, but yeah, I like both players. I just I'm a little weary of the health thing, and it's not going to be any good to the club if they're not playing. But provided they're on the field, I think they're definitely going to improve this defense.
Yeah, I mean, Alexander's not the guy that he was, obviously, a handful of years ago. He struggled in Baltimore so far this season. But he's just kind of a body where, cornerback's been such, a question with this team, or secondary in general, really question with this team. And if you could just get bodies in there that, maybe something clicks with Alexander, that, then it could be worth it at the end. And then, obviously, you're talking about Jalen Phillips, somebody who can get to the quarterback. He doesn't have crazy sack numbers, but he's good at rushing the quarterback. And he has some familiarity with Vic Fangio. So there's, with his time in Miami. So it's a guy that Fangio really wanted, it seems like. And yeah, and I don't know if you caught anything interviews with Phillips when he got over here. He seems excited, ready to go.
Yeah, he seems stoked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you go from a Miami team that is kind of a mess, a dumpster fire. Like it's to the reigning Super Bowl champions and a 6-2 team who like has a stranglehold on the division. Like
Yeah.
it's their division to lose at this point.
Yeah. And I think a lot of teams, you saw today, like Raheem Shaheed went to a wide receiver from New Orleans. He ended up going to Seattle. And, guys are pumped when they get a chance to leave a situation where, you leave New Orleans and then you get
Mhm.
to jump in with Seattle, and they're like rolling. Um, so it's like, I think for anybody that would be a lot like that's really exciting, and there was a whole they actually featured him. Jalen Phillips was featured in the was it the in season Hard Knocks the Dolphins did,
Yes, correct.
and he actually got hurt I think during that, and he was like featured as like a guy that they kind of like one of the players they focused on, um, and I think Fangio was still there at the time, uh, and or if he wasn't, he was I don't remember. I feel like he may have been there at the time.
Mhm.
But either way, I mean, like that was the impression I think around Phillips was that he was, these injuries have been a problem for him, and it's a shame because he actually really can play. So he seems like a great athlete, and as a lot of edge guys are today, um, they're physically very imposing. But yeah, no, I like the moves, and I'm interested to see how he's going to fit in. I'm sure he's going to uh, we'll jump in right in this week since we're waiting on the Monday night game, so we'll have an extra day to get him prepared.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. And I mean, like so far only three. I mean, 3 sacks this year. Not bad at all in 9 games. Only had one last year, but only played 4 games. But you go back from 2023, 6.5, 2022, 7, and then his rookie year in 2021, 8.5 sacks. So it's a guy who can maybe get 7, 8 sacks in a season, and it's so expiring deal, and they kind of at the end of it could say, hey, we could either re-sign him or let him walk. I think you get a comp pick out of it if you do let him walk. So
mhm,
the risk there wasn't that large. Like you get rid of a third
mhm.
round pick, I think it was. I don't think it's that large for the guy that you hope can help you make like another deep playoff run.
Yeah, yeah. There's no such thing, and I think the Eagles have shown this a number of times. Howie has shown this a number of times, but like there's no such thing as a bad 1 year deal. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like guy comes in, he plays well for you, then you can kind of talk business. But if he doesn't, you simply let him walk and turn that into something else later. They've been very good at that.
Mhm.
So I'm cool with that. Also, when they added Michael Carter from the Jets, another corner. So I don't know too much about Michael Carter though. I don't know like if he was the I don't know if he was the guy they were picking on because they didn't want to go after Sauce Gardner or what. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
That trade was crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Um, to the Colts, right, for two
to the
first round
Colts,
picks and a player.
yeah, yep,
I mean, Sauce Gardner's not the same guy he was 2, 3 years ago, right? Like he's not. 2 first round picks seems crazy for that player.
yeah. I think he's still pretty good. I
He's
I
still
just
good. Sure, he's still good. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
2 first round picks is a
No,
lot.
that's yeah, yeah, and to go down like something like go down like I don't know, like this year's in particular. I mean, like we saw Michael Parsons get traded. Like some of these like top names.
Yeah, yeah, they move Parsons because they don't want to pay him, and then they trade for guys who are making $1 billion. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know what
Like
they're doing.
like they have 3 wins and they're out trading first and second round picks for Quinn and Williams. Like
Yeah,
great player, obviously, but like in that fit, like I don't know.
right.
You could have just
Yeah.
had Parsons. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, no, I
You
don't
had him.
know.
You had Parsons.
Yeah, I don't really. And you would think once you got the capital back that you would be using that. Like on draft day. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You'd be looking, to backfill the team with uh, some affordable, hopefully talented young guys in your situation. But that was a weird, yeah, that was strange. I'm not really sure what Dallas is doing there. Um, but yeah, the Sauce Gardner trade was huge, and it was, I mean, like to see trades like that mid-season and stuff,
Especially, like,
pretty crazy.
involving a team like the Colts where, like, I don't think, you sign Daniel Jones, nobody, like, expects him to play the way he's played so far. Nobody expected the Colts to be as good as they have been, and, like, they're like, all respects to them, they're going for it. I respect the hell out
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, I love that. Because then like you can kind of use it all as bulletin board material for the rest of the year, where it's like, no one believes us. They don't think we're legit. You know what I mean? And you can
The
keep kind of
underdog.
going back to
Yep.
that, and it be really the case. You know what I mean? Like, and there'd be a lot of outside noise. Um, all the more reason, they're coming off a loss too, a pretty tough loss to Pittsburgh this past week. So, um, what better way to reward your faith in them from
Yep.
like an upper management standpoint to go trade for Sauce friggin' Gardner? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yep.
and be like, hey, like we think we're legit. Let's go. Like,
Mhm.
so I love that. I thought that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, so now we gotta move on. Monday Night Football against the Packers. The Eagles right now are a 2.5 point underdog. Um,
Hmm.
on didn't the Packers just lose to somebody like shitty,
They
like the
lost to the
Browns or something?
Panthers.
Was it the Panthers?
Yeah, the Panthers defense is pretty
I,
good.
yeah, but like people talk about the Packers like they're a Super Bowl favorite, and you just lost to the Panthers.
Well, it's funny because earlier last week I was watching the Fox coverage beforehand,
Hmm.
and I was going to the Flyers to cover the Flyers, but I was watching it in the morning, and uh, I didn't see the Packers Panthers game, but I was watching the coverage prior, and I think it was Julian Edelman and all were on there,
Hmm.
and they're like really pumping the Packers tires, like oh, like this team, like, and I just don't. uh, and I think Vegas is playing around a little bit,
Sure. Yeah.
with the
Let's get
Eagles
to that.
being
Yeah.
that seems a little. Um, I'm not too sure about that one, but I don't know. I mean, and now they lost Tucker Kraft for the rest of the season, and he was a big weapon for Green Bay.
Hmm.
So I don't think they've had Jaden Reed. So yeah, I don't know what this. I don't see it. I don't see this
No.
this
And
like
and the Eagles are coming off a bye with extra rest. Like I'm
yeah.
expecting the Eagles to just take care of business in Green Bay.
Right. Yeah. Same. I'd expect them to as well. Um, and yeah, I just don't see what the big thing, the big deal, like with
Right.
this
Like
Green Bay team.
I think Jordan Love stinks personally. We've talked about him on the show.
Yeah.
When the season first started. Well, I don't think any of us, me, you, and or Dom, I don't think are Jordan Love guys. The defense obviously getting Parsons like helps a lot. The defense is still pretty good. Um, but like I just don't see it
Yeah.
with that team.
I also kind of feel too. It's like I'm not sure if I buy all this like Matt Lafleur hype
Hmm.
with like this like brilliant play call guy. Like I don't know if I see that either. Like people kind of like with guys like McVay and all them. Like I get it, you know, but
Well, to
uh,
be fair, I don't know that the floor's ever had like great weapons to use
right.
like
Well,
receiving wise. Like Jacobs obviously still great, but like the receiver, like what great receivers have they had in the last 3, 4, 5 years?
yeah, yeah, and in addition to that, I think they like to spread the ball around a lot.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like one week it's like Kraft was one of the more consistent guys they had
Yeah.
in terms of
Mhm.
like him and Jordan Love having this like rapport together. But one week it could be Wicks, the other week it could be Romeo Dobbs. They're like from a
Yeah,
wide receiver.
and as good as Kraft was, like he's not a top 15 wide receiver. At least I wouldn't say that.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, definitely probably one of the top guys at his position.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Like in terms of, he's not like a Brock Bauer type
sure,
of
yeah,
guy. You know what I mean? Um, but few are, I guess.
yeah,
But
that's true.
yeah, but yeah, I don't see it with Green Bay, and I expect the Eagles to roll this week. I don't. Not that Green Bay does have a little bit of talent. I'm not trying to say and they're coming off a tough week themselves.
Hmm.
But yeah,
And
like
the Eagles' offense still like gives us some pause too. Like I think that's totally fair. You're going against a good defense, so like maybe that's sort of the hesitation some people might have is like what Eagles offense are you going to get? Are you going to get the offense that could put up 35, 40 points, or do you get in the offense that's going to struggle to move the ball? Like what
right,
offense are you getting?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll be interesting to see.
Mhm.
I'm assuming Saquon's good. I know he came up limp with a quad or
I
something
haven't
like.
heard anything, so with the extra time off, I assume he's good to go.
Yeah, I think last week it was kind of precautionary to, they pulled him out of the game
Mhm.
after that. Um, Game wasn't already in hand, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
God forbid you're Washington playing James Daniels when you're down by a million.
yeah, that looked awful.
Terrible.
Yeah, I saw somebody call him online. I saw someone call him RG4.
I mean, yeah, it's not a far off comparison.
Yeah, that whole if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it
Right.
kind of
Exactly.
thing.
Although I
Uh,
think people were kind of going a little crazy about Jane Daniels and the future Hall of Fame status way too early.
yeah, I, I felt like kind of I'm a fan. Like
Sure.
I'm a
Same.
Jaden Daniels
I
fan.
liked him at LSU a lot too.
Yeah, and I think it was just that like he kind of in his own way. I think he has that kind of like Jalen Hurts, never too
Hmm.
high, never too low,
Sure.
kind of like unshakable demeanor, and especially in a quarterback, I think you really really want you really like value that and hope to have someone who has a mental makeup like that where they're
Yeah.
just not shaken at all. And I still think what he did last year, as like a first year player, was a real big deal. Um, you
Oh,
know,
sure, totally. My
so
only problem is the people saying like after one good year, people are calling him the next Mahomes, and I'm like, just
yeah,
pump the brakes, people.
yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's a shame what happened there. You know,
yep,
but
yeah. They're down like what 38-7 or something, and he's still in
yeah,
the game. Doesn't make
I
any sense.
I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to do that.
No, no, it does not. Um, all right, we can move on to picks because I did want to talk about the baseball series, unfortunately,
Oh
at some
boy.
point tonight.
All
So,
right.
uh, exactly. So we can do our picks. Let me pull them up here, and I could kind of do a recap so far of. Okay, why wouldn't I be signed in? That doesn't make any sense. I got to be more prepared doing this show. All right, so I have it up. So last week was probably my worst week that we've had doing this so far. I went 1-4. Dom went 2-3, and you went 3-2. So that
Okay.
brings our totals. Me and you are tied at 26-19,
Well, we're
and
tied for
Dom,
first.
yes, and Dom is 20-25. So that brings us to week 10. Did you
All
want to
right.
start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Bears. The Bears Giants game. Bears are -3.5 this week,
Mm-hmm.
so I like that one. I like the Ravens over the Vikings at 4.5, -4.5,
Okay.
and I like the Chargers over the Steelers at -3.
The Chargers -3.
Yeah.
All right.
Then the I have the Eagles Packers. I'm going to take the over 44.5 for that game.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the over for the Jets Browns game, which is
Oh God.
36.5.
Uh, over 36 and a half.
Yes.
That's an abysmal game.
Yes, it is. I don't know
All
what
right.
I'm thinking, but I don't
Hey.
know. Like they didn't trade Brees Hall. Garrett Wilson's gonna. I think Garrett Wilson's gonna play this week.
Yep.
Um, I just feel like it's one of those games like where they're just
Who's
gonna.
who's starting for Cleveland now? Is it who is it? Is it it's not Flacco? Is it still?
Well,
Is it
Flacco's in Cincinnati, right?
Cincinnati? That's right.
Yeah.
The other Cleveland
Who
team
is it?
or the
It's
other Ohio team.
Gabriel.
It's probably I think Gabriel's starting for Cleveland. Yes, I believe so.
I don't know why they're just not playing Shador at this point. Like, just
Yeah, it's a good question. Just see
you
what you
know,
have. Like
yeah,
I don't think Shador's going to be all that good, but at least see what you have. Like
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta think we're gonna see him. I think eventually. I feel like he's got to play
I would think
soon.
so. I would think so.
Yeah. So yep, those are my
Back to the Ravens. You picked the Ravens. Lamar did play this week, right?
Yes, he did.
How was he? Did you pay attention to that? Because I didn't see a lick of that game.
I think he looked pretty good in that game. That's kind of why I think that whole team, just kind of goes as he goes. That whole
Oh,
thing
sure. Yep.
is built around him offensively. Even though they have Derrick Henry, who's very good and all, it's like I think a lot of what they do, the RPO stuff and all that, all only ever works with a threat like Lamar.
hmm
So yeah, I think they won last week. So
Yeah.
and they're kind of hanging around. I mean, like even
Yep.
though as bad as it's been for Baltimore,
It's a bad division.
yeah,
Really bad division.
like they're kind of just hanging in there.
Yep.
So
All right. So I guess I could read Dom. Dom sent his in. So he's got the Jags and Texans. He's got the Jags plus 1.5. He also has the Bears minus 3.5 against the Giants. And then he has Patriots Falcons. He has Patriots plus 2.5. Then he also has the Eagles Packers over 44.5. And then he has the Patriots. Wait, hold on. He said Patriots Bucks. And then he has Patriots Falcons game. Who do the Patriots play this week? He fucked something up. I have to send
Atlanta,
him in. They play Atlanta.
yeah, I think they're
He
playing
put
Atlanta
he
because
put
I
for
did look at that.
okay. He put Patriots. Yeah, Patriots and Falcons. Patriots plus 2.5. Then at the bottom is Patriots and Bucks over 48.5. So, the Flyers just scored to tie it up. Who scored?
That game.
So, I can't. Montreal's fun to watch.
Oh yeah, they got some talent.
Gurbankin with a goal.
Gurbankin, all right, keep him in the lineup. Talk. Let's go
Gurbankin.
here.
So then anyway, I also the three of us went Bears minus 3.5 to the Giants.
Yeah.
I went Lions minus 8.5 to the Commanders. I have the Eagles plus 2.5 against the Packers. We talked about that already. I think they'll win. Then I have Atlanta and Indy. So it is Atlanta plays Indy.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
So I mixed that up.
Yeah, I think the Falcons. I think they played last week. This past weekend, I think they played.
So it's the Bucks and
The Bucks and maybe the Bucks and Patriots, and then the
Bucks.
Indy. Yeah, the
Okay.
Falcons, Colts. So I have the Colts, Falcons over 48.5, and then I have the Raiders and the Broncos under 42.5.
Okay.
So there you have it. So did you watch any of the World Series?
So I hadn't, but I
Okay.
watched Game 7,
Okay.
and actually, when was Game 7?
Game 7
Was that
Saturday night.
Saturday night? So I was covering the Flyers, and I caught the. I was following along on my phone at the game, and then I came in, and my my wife was watching the World Series. She was here by herself watching the World
Love that.
Series,
Yep.
and yep. So I was like, oh, great. And the World Series is one of those things. I watch it no matter who's in it. That goes back to like, my father was a big baseball fan, and
Yep.
like we would watch, we watched everybody in the series. So, This year, I don't know if it was the Dodgers thing or what it was. I think maybe the Phillies had just spoiled baseball for me completely. Where I was just like, I don't know what it was.
That was me. That was me 2 years ago with the who was it? The Rangers, the Diamondbacks, right? Then they would
Yeah,
lose the yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That spoiled me that year. I had no interest in watching the World. I didn't watch it that year because
So
we should have been there. But
so I get in and I watch the rest of it. I see the Rojas home run that sends it to extras.
the only fitting that it was a former Philly that did it. It's only
Yeah. And we saw Hoffman and Dominguez
Mhm.
in that game. So um, Rojas, like one of the more unlikely heroes, not a guy that hits for power like that
Nope.
particularly. And yeah, that I saw that in the extras, and I saw them win it. And
Crazy game, crazy series. Um, I mean, it was a series that really could have gone either way. I think I did see that the Dodgers are what's the stat? They have the lowest batting average in the history of World Series winners. Like their batting average for the series was like 200 or 202 or something.
who was it? The Dodgers?
The Dodgers had the
Really?
lowest batting average in the history of World Series winners.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
at two.
incredible.
Yeah, at 202. I think that's what it was. But and then obviously there's controversy. There's controversy with the ball getting lodged in Game 6.
Right.
And then everybody's killing IKF pinch running in that Game 7. I don't know if you saw that clip at all.
I don't know if I saw that.
Bases, if I remember correctly, bases loaded, 1 out. He's on third. He's a pinch runner in the game. I forget what inning. I can't remember if this was the 9th or the 10th. Ground ball gets hit to Rojas, and IKF doesn't really have like a great lead off third.
Mm,
And he was out by a hair, like just an
mm,
absolute hair. Whereas like maybe if he has a bigger lead, or he also slid feet first. Maybe if he just runs through or slides hand first, maybe he makes it in first. But it's also like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he does take a bigger lead and it's a line drive double play, like
right.
people kill him for it. So,
Right. Yeah.
and then Yamamoto wins World Series MVP.
Yep.
It's just, why it's always the Dodgers. Like what? Like why the Dodgers? Like so annoying.
It's like I saw some people on there too. I thought Toronto, from what it sounded like, even though I didn't watch it, I thought Toronto had they took a pretty good shot at them
Mhm.
in this series from all things. I love Vladdy Jr. I was a big fan of his father's. I'm now old enough to remember his dad
Yep.
and his dad being a beast and being able to hit a ball
Yep.
anywhere in his own. It was a crazy skill. Like he
Yep.
could hit a ball no matter where it was pitched. I'd never seen anything like that. Um, and yeah, like Toronto seemed like they gave it a good shot, but I saw a lot of people on like Twitter and things like that where people were like, "Oh, like I hope everybody enjoys this because they just killed baseball. Like there's going to be a lockout now and all that other
To be
stuff."
honest, I think there's going to be a lockout regardless of who won
Right.
this World Series. Yeah.
And I was like, I get people's frustrations about it, but I kind of think the Dodgers. Maybe this is a hot take. Maybe I don't know. I think the Dodgers are good for baseball in the fact that we all hate them. Like,
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, villains can be good. They can be.
yeah,
Because I would argue something similar when like the whole cheating Astros scandal happened. Is like it created
right,
a villain that everybody hated, that everybody could have, kind of
yeah,
galvanized to hate, and it was good for the sport.
yeah,
Um, I don't necessarily even have a problem with the Dodgers spending $1 billion or whatever it was. Like, I have no problem with that. I do think the deferred stuff has to stop. Like, I don't.
yeah,
Like, you shouldn't have pay Otani for the next 50 years or whatever the deal is. Like,
right.
I think deferrals has to stop.
Yeah, and I feel like as well, like anytime an organization or a team has any kind of prolonged success like that, because it doesn't look like LA is going to be going anywhere. Like they're going to be probably good next year and they're going to continue to spend and do all those other things. The interesting thing about it is that like throughout like the history of baseball, there's always been teams that like the teams that go through these like some of the Yankee teams of like the 50s and 60s, like they were all manipulating the system and the loopholes in the system and things like that to get an advantage. Um, so you know, I agree with you. I do think that's for a level playing field, if nothing else. In terms of money, I mean, like uh, the deferred money, yeah, has to stop. But as far as like they have the luxury tax system in baseball. Um, Everybody has what would you call it? Like advantages and disadvantages in their market.
Mm.
So it's like, if the Dodgers, we've seen before, it's even though we can say the Dodgers have bought their World Series titles, that does not always work,
Sure.
as we've seen in the
Talk
past.
to the
So
Mets.
what's that?
Talk to the Mets.
Yeah, talk to the Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah. So I mean, like that was kind of my thought. I don't know why I didn't watch it this year though.
Yeah.
It's the first series in a while I haven't watched.
See, I watched it a lot, but I think for two reasons. One, I do think the Toronto team was fun to watch, and obviously haven't won it since '93 against the Phillies. But so like and I don't hate the Blue Jays for that series. Maybe some Phillies fans did or whatever. Like they still remember it, but I was one when that happened, so like it doesn't affect me any.
Right.
So like I kind of I was rooting for the Blue Jays in that aspect, and then it's also like I'm watching to hate the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So it was kind of
Hate
I was
watching.
all in. Yes, I was all in on the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Um, and it sucks to get. I mean, they kind of sort of similar in the same boat as the Phillies against the Diamondbacks 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is you're up 3-2 with 2 games to play at home, and you lose both.
Yeah. Yeah. That in particular, that feels like a lost opportunity.
Hmm.
Um,
And in Game 7, the Blue Jays had I think they had a runner on third base with one out twice in the ninth and 10th inning.
yeah.
So with
There
a
was the
chance to win.
play. There was also the play too where that ball got that sharp uh, uh, ground ball got hit to Rojas, and
Mhm.
he almost falls down,
Yep.
and he throws it home. They call the runner out. It was not enough to be able to definitively
That's the
say,
IKF one I was telling you about. Yeah.
"Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
was that play. Yes.
yeah."
Yep.
It was that play, right? I did see that play.
Mhm.
I did see that. So, um, yeah, and it's like we've all been there as fans.
Mhm.
Um, I'm sure Blue Jays fans are like, I'm sure there's a segment of Blue Jays fans that feel like they got screwed royally.
Yep.
That he was 100% safe at home. Um, but yeah, there wasn't enough there in my
Nah.
opinion. But I mean, like for all the talk that we say on this show about guys performing in the playoffs and whatnot, I mean, you only need like a moment in that run to the title to really kind of like cement yourself. Like it may not matter what he does in the playoffs again, but that performance in the NLCS that Otani had, the 11 strikeouts or whatever it was, 3 home runs.
Mhm.
I mean, like you are likely never going to see that again unless he does it.
Yep.
Like from a pitcher slash hitter, like you know what I mean. Like um, we forget how rarefied air he is. You know, he's very for all the reasons that we mentioned, the Dodgers and the money and the gambling stuff.
Yep.
Like we can all hate him for that, but I mean, like I did see that, and that was incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
He's a great player. It's the
Yeah.
Dodgers, so fuck them.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with the Dodgers. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. No, I get it. And it's like, but that could be really good for baseball. We could,
Sure,
if we
definitely.
really prop them up as the villains,
Hmm.
that could be like everybody like trying to take down the evil empire,
Yep.
so
And I do think they're embracing the villain role, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I mean, credit to them for that. But it's
Yeah.
but when you are talking about like salary cap, whatever, does baseball need a salary cap? I don't know that I'm for or against the idea of a salary cap, but and I've talked about this before. You definitely need a salary floor. Like you make the Pirates, the Rays, the any of these lower, make them spend money.
I don't know.
And if they can't do it financially, where they don't make enough money, then they shouldn't be in Major League Baseball. Like it's just that simple. They shouldn't have a team.
The thing about like I feel like the salary cap thing is like I don't know how you would institute one at this point. Like the money is so
Yeah.
like I mean the money's so bizarre now.
Hmm.
Like you know, there are guys in the league now. I remember when, and I'm sure you do as well, when Alex Rodriguez signed his deal with the Rangers. Like the
Hmm.
Rangers signed him to a deal that they literally couldn't afford to give him.
Right.
And there was only two destinations for him at the time. It was either he was going to end up with the Red Sox or he was going to end up going to the Yankees because
Yep.
they were the only teams that could flip that bill. And what was remarkable about that was that like what was that that was like 250 million at the time. We're talking about guys are making 50 million more than that now.
Yeah.
Like so it's like I don't know that I'm like against or for it. I would need someone to explain to me in layman's terms exactly how a salary cap would work in baseball,
Yeah, it's a good question.
because I think like the revenue sharing system should work, um, in the sense that like you have that certain threshold, teams can go over it, which they inevitably will. Teams like the Dodgers and things like that. That money then gets funneled down to the lowest profitable teams or whatever it is, and then like they can use that money for whatever assets they want to, whether it's their farm system or whatever the case is. Like in theory that works, but now it's
Mhm.
just like I think like the money's just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like I just
And
don't
like,
like
what do you set the salary cap at, kind of thing? Like,
right. And
is it
then
400 million? Is it 500? What do you set the salary cap at?
right. And then like there's like the whole contract structure thing. Like
Mhm.
I think baseball already does. You can front load and back load deals, and there's like all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But yeah, deferred money seems a little shady, a little
Yeah,
underhanded.
what's Otani's deferred money? Like, it's
Yeah,
something crazy, and I'll have to look it up, but it's nuts.
yeah. I don't remember what it was. I just know it seemed really weird that they were going to do it that way.
Yeah, so he will receive for the first 10 years he will receive $2 million per year. And then the 10 years that follow, he will be paid installments of $68 million per year.
Hmm.
So $2 million for the first 10 years, and then $68 million per year, which is nuts. 10 years after that, when he's like not even in the league anymore,
He's
gonna
not
be
even
getting-
playing
yeah,
anymore.
right, and getting $68 million per year.
And he's got that New Balance contract.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure he's making a ton of money. Why didn't the Dodgers, instead of like trying to circumvent the salary cap system, why didn't they go to like can they go to New Balance and be like, "Hey, can you pick up some of this?"
yeah, yeah, right,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we'll pay you this. We'll pay
right,
him this, but you need to cover a portion of this because
yeah,
he's like decked out in New Balance gear and all that other
yep.
stuff. But
Yeah, he's gonna get paid for 20 years.
that's insane. Like, see, that's not. I hate to be that person, but
Yeah,
that's just not fair. Like, you
right,
can't. You're paying him for what he's going to do. You're going to pay him later for what he's doing for you now,
right.
and that
And
seems
it's not like it's not like he's getting paid $1 million, $2 million for a year. Yeah, $68 million per year for 10 years after he's basically done playing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, if you're like, you got to put him to work to some degree, whether he's showing up for,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like to do, if I was the
Concessions.
Dodgers,
He's good. He's gonna be selling popcorn. Got to make that $68 million.
seriously, like, I'd have him sign 1 million balls, 1 million jerseys.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, we're going to make this back somehow. You're going to help us.
And when he's done retiring, you know what he's gonna say?
What's that?
Pack up, leave, go to Japan.
Yeah.
It's gonna leave. I mean,
Right.
that's probably why it's also structured that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's less wherever he lives. I don't know what taxes are like in Japan, but like he's not gonna be paying California tax.
Right. No. Yeah, he'll go home. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Unless there's some agreements there, or maybe
Who knows?
I mean, LA's not that far from Vegas, and he likes to gamble, so
That's true. That's true. Maybe we'll go to Vegas.
We might be hearing some stories down the road.
Yep.
About retired Ohtani spending his $68 million.
Yeah. Tony's got nothing left because he spent all $68 million at the blackjack table.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. But he's a special talent, man, and
Sure. Yeah.
I really, really enjoy watching him. That what he did in that playoff was remarkable,
Mhm.
and even in that moment, I was able, like, as much as like I didn't want to see the Dodgers do that, I was just like, man, like we're probably never going to see another player like him, or it's going to be many, many years before we do.
Sure.
And
Yep.
just like prior to him, the only one we had ever seen do it was Ruth. So, really special.
Yep. The Flyers are going overtime. They just started overtime. So
Did they? Oh boy.
Yep. So
What a crazy game.
it has been a crazy game. The Flyers have outshot the Canadians 40-18 so far.
40-18. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they look solid. So you weren't on the show last week, and I said something last week. I don't know if did you listen back or no?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure you've heard what I said. I don't know how to say it. I'm a little tired of watching Michkov.
I did hear that, and I don't know if you've ever seen the meme of the guy like pulling his headphones off. He's just disgusted.
Yeah.
I was just like, no.
He hasn't been good. Like,
no.
He was actually decent tonight.
Yeah.
But it's been a tough go so far.
Yeah.
We had a breakaway. Konechny got stoned.
Oh. Yeah, I think with whether it's the rumored ankle issue, or although like I would like to know that was not bothering. Like when people are talking about,
buying that. I'm not buying that ankle thing at all.
Like when people talk about the being out of shape thing. I mean, I watched the preseason games. He looked all right in the preseason games. He didn't look
preseason games. He had 4 points in 4 games and was averaging 19 minutes of ice.
And he was moving fine.
Yeah.
So
but 19 minutes. Whereas as soon as the season started, he's 14, 13. Like, what happened?
Yeah, and that was what was strange about it, because the season starts and then we hear he's out of shape while he's been dealing with an ankle thing, which would also explain why he's out of shape if he is out of shape.
But where was that the entire training camp? Where was that story?
Yeah, like we hadn't heard that. So it was a really strange thing. And plus, like, he didn't look hindered at all, like you said, in the preseason. He looked like he did last year. So I'm not really sure, regarding that. I'm also like, he's really, really far down my list of worries with the Flyers, just because I know that he's incredibly talented. I know he's a driven athlete. That was one of the things we had heard about him prior to coming over, was he was, how competitive he is and all those things. So I know it hasn't been the best start for him, but I'm not as concerned about him. But did you expand on that? I don't remember if you like, is it just all the things? Is it something particular about his game that's kind of that had you down about him?
Yeah, and listen, his skating's never been great, but like I'll see him, get the puck, and kind of there should be a lot of open space, and it seems like the space between him and the defender or the back checking forward gets closed really fast. I
Right.
think he's having trouble keeping up speed wise. Number
Right.
one. Number two, I don't think he has the confidence yet. Whereas like when he gets the puck, the first thing he's kind of looking to do is get rid of it.
Right.
Where he'll just throw it into traffic or throw it into a defender that's in the way. Like those two things are my concerns right now. And like it's frustrating, especially when like you look around the league and you see like all these young stud phenoms who come in and just look great. Like
Mhm.
Lane Hudson tonight looked awesome.
Yeah. Demidov played
Yeah,
well.
Demidov looked great. Like, and it's Demidov's first year and Hudson's second. Like, and
Yeah.
those guys look great. So like that's the frustrating part. Like, Macklin Celebrini is a second. It looks like a top 5-10 player already,
Yeah.
and that's the frustrating thing that I
Yeah.
see with Mitchkov.
I think too, like, I know that they're looking to try like some different combinations and things like
Mhm.
that. Um, I would have liked to have seen him stay with Zegras on a line.
Mhm.
Like I said, I know the Flyers. Some of that is by happenstance, right? Tyson Forrester is going to be missing a week at least the minimum. It sounds like, um, and so they've tried a couple different combinations. So, but I actually didn't mind like tonight. It's funny you said about Gurbankin getting on the board here. Like, I mean, Tocchet has said this, but I think Gurbankin needs to be like he needs him out there
I
more.
love Gurbankin.
Yeah.
He's been great.
I kind of like the pairing with him with Noah Cates and Travis Konechny tonight. So, and I believe I said that on Twitter about like liking him and Cates together because with all this offensive creation issues that the team's having right now, uh, and there's been this like apparent lack of desire or whatever to get to tough ice or hard ice, as Tocchet has said in his media availabilities. It's like here are two guys that I know are going to play below the dots, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
They're gonna work teams down on the cycle and stuff like that. Gurbankin and Cates. So I
Yep.
like that pairing. So it was cool to see them get on the board tonight in a big game, and I'm glad it was Gurbankin because that should buy him some goodwill in
Yeah.
terms of getting into the lineup on a regular basis. So I do like that. But I as far as Mitchkov goes, I think like putting him back with Zegras is probably the best fit because they're going to be able to play off each other because they get each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
from a skill perspective.
We're really not trying Zegers at center, huh? Like that experiment ended very quickly. And really only lasted while Couturier was out. Like as soon as Couturier was back in,
Yeah.
I think they went away from that.
We'll see how the year plays out. But I said I don't know if you remember we had talked about this um, right before the season started. I really want them to go kind of like you know just go Zegras, Michkov top line. Just give them whoever it is, whether it's
Tippett, like they did it,
Tippett.
I think for a game or two. And I love the speed with like I told about Mishkov not being the greatest skater, not really being like I think you put him with two fast guys, I think it could work.
Yeah, I think too Forrester could be a nice fit there.
Mhm.
Um, but I would love to just see them go like let them just 18, 19 minutes a night consistently, just run
Yeah,
them out there in all your offensive situations and really kind of like put the offensive catalyst responsibility on them
yeah,
and and kind of defense be damned kind of thing. That's why you got
yep.
other lines, you know, and plus too, I think like Christian Dvorak has shown himself to be a pretty useful player that you can move up and down the lineup. He's kind of defensive conscious and gets these.
Useful, yes, but I'm starting to worry that like Tocchet's gonna use him too much.
Yeah, yeah, and he knows them too. Like he's got
Yeah,
the
right.
familiar
Yeah.
there. Like he
Uh-huh.
coached them before, so
Yeah. It's
um,
like again, it could be a useful player, but like in his role. Like I don't need him playing any more than he has to or needs
right,
to.
right. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. Him playing and him and Kateri, I think on separate lines, but having them and Cates, like those guys are going to have, they're going to always play with a defensive conscience. So
Mhm.
I think that should be able, at least in my mind, that should be able to free guys up like a Michkov and like a Zegras to kind of let them do what they do.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something they're going to try. I would love to see it, but um,
A guy like Tockett, I doubt it. I doubt
yeah,
that's what they'll.
probably not. Hell, like
um,
we were just saying, like I put Gerbankin with them. Like
yeah,
he's, you know what I mean? Like
yep. I think there was one game a couple weeks ago where I think in the third period it didn't last very long, but I think they put Mitchkov with Zigersinger back in, and they cycled well. They played really well together
mhm.
in the limited time, but he goes away from it.
Yeah, yeah. I I don't know. I don't know if it's just like early season. They're just kind of trying to test different combinations out. Um, I'll tell you what. I have been very happy with. I thought Sanheim's had some strong games.
Mm.
Cam York had 2 points tonight. He's had some good games as well. Jamie Drysdale looks very good.
Yep.
So I'm happy with those guys. And even though I would like to see them upgrade that decor, I do like the foundation of it right now.
Yep.
Um, so that's been a plus. And then of course the goaltending's been pretty good. Uh, Tonight not being Vladar's best night, but he's been good on the whole.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. I mean, you can't expect Vladar to have a great night every night. Like,
yeah,
so far what he's given them, I think, is more than I expected, or
yeah,
better than I expected.
yeah. I thought Alexei Kolosov played well too on
Hmm.
Sunday against the Flames. Um, and I'm a fan of his. I think like I know there was a lot of drama last year about where he was playing and all that, but I think he's a talented kid. He's got really good reflexes. Like
Hmm.
he's able to like even when he doesn't initially see a puck, he's able to like rely on his athleticism and his reflexes to stop it and all. I don't know what his potential is, but I feel like there's something there. Like I'm not starter backup whatever, but I feel like at the NHL level, definitely an NHL goalie at some point in his career.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm watching the shootout right now, and Zegers just scored to go
Oh,
up 1-0 in the shootout. So
he's
after one round,
automatic.
they're up 1-0. Yeah, he started like with the puck and just hardly moved. He was going real slow, and then picked it up right around the slot and went 5-hole with it.
Oh,
Interesting, yeah, interesting choice. But yeah, I mean, speaking of he's been great, Zegers. Like
hmm,
it's somebody where you're going to have to lock up.
yeah, yeah,
And
and
I think they will. I think he likes it here. I think they'll get something done.
yeah, he's I think he's RFA this year, right? So I would totally do that, especially now because we know the cap's going up, but
Mhm.
maybe you can get them at a little bit of a lower price. It's a high price now, but when the cap goes up, maybe it's not. It becomes like a bargain type of deal.
Yep.
Um, I think Zegras is just a big market player. I think
Yep.
he just relishes playing in a place where it like matters,
Yep.
and I not to slight the Ducks, but you know people aren't necessarily going to Orange County to watch hockey.
No. No. Nope.
So
Never thought the Ducks would become like a Flyers rival, but like here we are. Thanks, Cutter Gauthier.
yeah, yeah. Who's
He
having a
looks,
good
he looks
start?
so good too. It
Yeah,
sucks. It
he's
sucks.
having a good
But
start.
listen, Drysdale's been really good, so it's
Yeah, the
we'll
better
just
Jamie can play, the easier that deal becomes to stomach.
yes,
So,
yes,
and on top of it, he seems like a great kid. So he's easy to root for in that sense.
yep. Especially if you like look at it as like you look at those two separate deals as one. It's like you get rid of Cutter, and who did they send to Anaheim in the Zegers deal?
Ryan Paling, and then
Paling, that's what it was. Yeah. So you get rid of those, Cutter and Paling. You can get back basically Zegers and Drysdale. Like
yeah,
that trade, I'll take that trade.
oh yeah, yeah, because then they threw in the 2 picks or whatever.
Yeah, I think they got rid of like a second and a fourth or something like that. Like
Yeah, something like that. So, but it looks like they won in the shootout.
they did, yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Well,
Woodruff stopped all 3 shots.
you can't lose that one.
No,
not after
no,
the way it started. So
no. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I mean, they listen. The good thing is they fought back. They went down 4-3. They fought back. So
yeah, yeah, no, I mean they definitely have some resolve. This group,
Mhm.
and they definitely seem to play for each other. Tockett has a way to, I think, of kind of calling, like he clearly called them out prior to this game.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think like the term was like get some will. This is one of the things
Mhm.
he said. Guys need to get some will. And he communicates it in a way, though, at least from the way I kind of see it. And like we've like Mike, you played and like um, we've both played organized sports most all of our lives, right? So there's something about like it didn't seem like so much like he's like ripping into them as much as he was like, hey, like let's go, kind of thing.
Yep.
And that's a very different kind of you know criticizing guys. He
Mhm.
didn't call anybody out by name. There wasn't any kind of um, it was just kind of like laying down a challenge to your group, like, hey, like you got to be better here, and we need to start creating. Like, let's
Yep.
start creating, and um, and they responded tonight with that, with the 42 shots for a team that isn't shooting the puck.
Mhm.
Tonight they responded to that. So, um, it's different than what they were doing, I think, a year ago. And it was clearly kind of boiling over, I think, with the way things were being handled with players, both, in front of the media and then, of course, like whatever was happening behind closed doors as well.
Mhm.
Um, so, but there's a way to go about that. Like you can be hard on guys, you can be hard on players and coach them hard without being, a jerk about it.
Right. Right.
So,
Exactly. Um, Speaking, I mean, good transition, and we don't really have to get too deep into it, but the Sixers, I've been playing well. 5-1 now, I think.
yeah.
They're up right now to the Bulls, up by 11, with 9 minutes to play. They had like 45 points in the first quarter. The Sixers.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they're. I mean, they're playing well, and like the good thing is they're not relying on Embiid. Like they're winning without Embiid like dominating, which is something they were never able to do. Like they live and died by Embiid. Whereas like this year they're getting scoring from all over the place.
Yeah. And Maxi's been incredible. He's really kind of taken the lead here in terms of like being the offensive catalyst for this group.
hmm
Um,
34
you know,
points tonight, Maxi, so far.
34 points. He's been an absolute bucket for them.
hmm
They get Jarrett McCain back tonight, which was good. I don't know exactly what his numbers look like or how much he played.
15 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists.
Okay, so they're probably going to work him in easily.
Mm.
Easy rather. And VJH Colin, we've talked a lot about how great he's been,
Been
and
great so far. Yeah.
um, and I think like I said this after the ESPN piece came out, and we talked about it a lot on Drunk on the Court on the Drunk on Broad show at the time. Was kind of like one of the things about it was I one of the takeaways I took from it was that Joel really seemed to care about winning. Like he doesn't seem
hmm
like when people talk about like star treatment and how especially how players can be in the NBA, especially star players. Um, I think Joel really cares about winning
hmm
and really cares about playing here. And I think he is willing to kind of like not have that on his shoulders all the time and just be able to go out there and just play without the um, I don't want to use the word expectation, but kind of like have all that pressure on him where he has to be the guy that produces, he has to be the catalyst.
hmm
Whereas like now he doesn't really have to. Maxi's game appears to be hitting another level. They have McCain, Edge calling these really two young, really good guards. And then they got some really good other pieces sprinkled in there as well, like a Dean Bonus giving them good minutes. Dominic Barlow had been good to start the year. He was a kind of like a diamond in the rough type of find, like kind of a player
Mhm.
that appeared to have some talent, length, and you could use him, and he's just all about coming in his minutes and just contributing whatever he can contribute. Um, I've always been a fan of Kelly Oubre Jr., so like this is like a fun team,
Yeah,
like and
which is something we never thought we'd say that, like
no,
this time right now, like maybe in a
yeah,
year or two, but like right now they're fun to watch.
yeah, and it's even though it's early, it was really important based
Sure.
on the year that they had last year to there be positive signs.
Hmm.
And the fact that there's been so many this early, like if Maxi plays like if Maxi keeps this up all year, we're gonna have to talk like MVP, All NBA
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
like status. And I didn't think I didn't think that was gonna be there like
Yep.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I was a Maxi fan and I like Tyrese, um, I didn't think that his game could go to that level. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's been great.
yeah,
Um. Yeah, that's kind of all I had tonight. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? Any
no,
topics you wanted to discuss or talk about?
no, I think we got everybody. I know Harrison Bader tonight to go back to baseball. The Phillies, I think that option was declined on his deal.
Okay.
Did you see that?
I did not see that. No.
Yeah, I think. Where is it?
That's the thing. Like the Phillies disappointed me so much that like we talked about baseball and I didn't even think about the Phillies for a second.
Yeah.
Thompson got nominated for Manager of the Year. Whoop de
What the?
doo.
What was that? I saw that. I saw that
I mean,
too.
he had like a 95, whatever they ended up being, but they won a lot of baseball games, I guess.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. Who were the? I didn't even see who were the other coaches nominated. Do you know?
I don't know. I just saw him and I was like stunned by that. You know.
Hold on, I'll look this up. Let's see if we can find this.
But yeah, Bader. He declined his portion of the option for 2026, which makes him a free agent.
Okay, these three finalists are very bizarre.
Okay.
Two of which are not like the other. I'll say that.
Okay.
So Rob Thompson's obviously one. Terry Francona of the Reds and Pat Murphy of the Brewers. Now the Brewers and the Reds. No, while the Reds they made the playoffs, right? Yeah, they lost to the
Yeah.
Dodgers. The Reds and the Brewers both had years that I don't think many people expected them to have. Whereas like the Phillies did. I don't know.
Right.
Like it makes sense that the Francona and Murphy would be nominated for this award. Like Murphy's probably gonna win if I had to guess.
Right.
Um,
Because his team took such a large leap.
yeah, like nobody expected that from the Brewers. No.
Right. How do you do manager of the year though and not have like Dave Roberts has to like there's like this chance they're gonna go back and repeat anyway.
Yeah, but they weren't they were the 3 seed, right? So it's maybe that's why like
Oh.
because like
Yeah.
these awards are done I think before the playoffs.
Right, right. Yeah, I guess yeah. What did they finish? Did the Dodgers even win 90 games?
I think were they one back of the Phillies 93 games, something 90 right around there.
Oh, I mean, oh, there you go. Like, I mean, 93 games.
I think I could be wrong. Hold on. Yeah, 93 games. Yep, the Phillies won
They
90.
won 93 games and won the title last year,
Yep.
and he wasn't a finalist.
The Brewers won 97. The Phillies won 96. I don't know why I thought 94, but yeah, 96.
Yeah, well, okay, I could see the Brewers then.
And then the Reds were 83 and 79. But they
Yeah.
made the playoffs. So congrats, I guess.
Yeah,
Have fun coaching Kyle Schwarber next year, Terry Francona.
is that where you think he's going? You're gonna end up-
I don't know. I don't know. I'm so like disappointed with the Phillies that like I don't even care where he goes. I don't care where he goes. I don't care what happens. I'm out. Until like mid to late November, then I'm going to be back in. But right now I'm out.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I don't I don't. You know what it is too. It's like I almost like I don't trust them. That I don't want to be in right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even though like we're a Philadelphia themed podcast and all that, like we're all from the area. It's just like I'm like mad enough at them where I'm just like I don't even
Hmm.
something significant has to happen this winter for me to like be like all right, like I feel like they're hearing me here. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Uh, and if this team is not changed up into like my standard of like what I think it should be changed to, I don't know how much I'm going to be in on it because it's
Hmm.
just going to be like it's going to feel like to me at least it's going to be another year of the same where they're going to have we're going to have a year where we're going to get into the playoffs and then like we're going to have the same questions.
Yeah.
Um, provided they don't make those changes. But I remember, I don't remember if it was something we talked about or you guys had maybe discussed it over the last 2 weeks. I missed, but I think one of the rumors that came out with Schwarber was like he was looking for like 5 years,
Hmm.
and it was just like that's for me that's a non-starter. Like
Hmm.
that's too long of a deal,
Yep.
you know.
I agree.
You know, uh, I'm not even. I would rather do like 3 with an option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether
Yeah.
we do mutual or whatever. Like and that would be the absolute max I would go.
Hmm. Yeah, and I agree 100%. I don't know how you give him 5 years.
Like I don't really even care about the money. Like we can settle up on a number fine, but like
Yep. But I
5
mean,
years is just a nonstop.
he's up for MVP, so I'm sure he'll bring that to the table and talking to these teams, and it's gonna get him paid. So
And I should preference that too. Like with, I don't mean to say like he's not worth whatever. These guys are worth what these teams pay them, like based on what they paid them. You know what I mean? Like somebody else had decided that worth. Um,
if you're not gonna say he's not worth it, I will. He's not worth it.
no, but I'm
I
saying like I think the way I would put it would be like if you're sometimes just because a player is worth that money doesn't mean that's a good thing for your team to
sure,
do. You
sure.
know what I mean? And it was like,
And we've seen Kyle Schwarber on the Phillies. It doesn't work.
right, like it's
It
too.
just
He's
doesn't.
such a microcosm of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's either like no offensive creation, no like run producing rather at all, and then it's like one swing of the bat, which is fun and great when you're at the park and you're watching in the regular season. Not so
Until
much
it
fun
dries
in the
out. Yeah.
yeah. It's not so much fun in October when you really need someone to put the ball in play,
Hmm.
and and we're just not getting that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would preference that by saying though, like if he's looking for 5 years and he hits the open market, someone will give him 5 years.
Sure. Yeah,
I
I
have
think
no
somebody
doubt
will.
about that.
Yep.
I just don't think that makes a lot of sense for the Phillies to be the team to give him the 5 years.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Given where they are and the changes that need to be made here.
Yep.
So
Yep. I agree. Um. Yeah, that's all. That's all I had tonight. So
yeah,
we're gonna get out of here. Like us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X at Fired Up Sports. Check out the website firedupsports.com. Go Phil or go Jesus, not go Phillies. I couldn't tell you about the Phillies right now. Go Eagles, go
yeah,
Birds. Where will I watch the game? Nobody knows. Where will you watch the game? We'll figure it out at some point.
yeah,
I might have to sign up for like a free trial of like Fubo. I have so this is the other thing. I have so many thoughts about this Disney Google thing.
yeah,
Disney's so greedy because like if I leave YouTube TV, where am I gonna go? Hulu Live, guess what? Disney owns them. Where else am I gonna go?
yeah,
Fubo, guess what? Disney also owns them. Where do I go?
yeah. You're not going to go
It's
back to
not gonna
cable.
benefit Disney. No, no, why would I do that? I mean, that's
Yeah,
basically what streaming services have become. It's just one
yeah,
giant cable thing.
yeah.
All right,
No,
yeah, it's I don't
it
know.
sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Yep,
The thought of like going out anywhere to like watch the game. I
I
mean,
haven't want no part of that either.
I would rather. I don't know what I'd rather do, but I just there's like a million things I'd rather do than go somewhere, restaurant, bar, something like that to watch this game.
Yes.
I don't want to do that at all.
No. No. I'd
So
rather go pick up like a 13-inch TV, get like the rabbit ear antennas and try to squint at a TV for 3 hours watching the game. Then go
yeah,
to a public setting and watch this game. I'm out.
yeah,
I'm out on that.
yeah.
So
Can't do it.
all that's it. I'll figure out where I'm going to watch it. If I watch it, who knows? And then they wonder why people like stream illegally. These you
Yeah,
find these illegal streams because it's impossible to find. It's
yeah.
impossible to watch. Make it easier to watch your product. And the other issue I have with, again, we're wrapping up, I know, but one other issue I have with ESPN, I have ESPN Plus. Why can I not watch live ESPN on ESPN Plus? Doesn't
Dude,
make any sense.
ESPN. I have ESPN Plus too, and it absolutely sucks.
The only reason I like to have it is so I can watch NHL games. That's the only reason.
Dude, that's why I have it too.
Yeah, the only reason.
I don't watch
But
it. I
I
don't have it
went
for
there.
any other reason.
I went on it Monday night to try to watch the Monday Night Football game, and it's there. You're able to click it, and it's like, no, sign in with your TV provider. It's like ESPN. I'm paying you. I'm
Yeah.
paying you for Disney Plus, or I was ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. I pay the bundle, and I can't watch live ESPN. It makes no sense to me.
You have a bet. You know what, too? Like we had multiple ESPN Plus accounts. I had to call to get when I moved out of my parents' house.
Mhm.
They had one and I had one.
Yep.
So we canceled it. They didn't want it anymore. So I canceled it for them.
Okay.
You know how many hoops you have to jump through?
Oh, I'm sure.
You have a better chance to break into a government building
Not
than
that
you
we're
do.
condoning that.
No, not that we're condoning that at all. But you have a better chance of breaking into a government building than you do trying to cancel your ESPN Plus account. Forget about trying to watch a fight if you're a fight fan.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know how many times that thing has glitched out on me
Yep.
during the main event
Yep.
when
So
I'm
you just
staying
spend
up?
$60. I don't even know how much pay-per-views are anymore. But
Yeah. I'm staying up all night to watch this fight. It's
yep.
almost 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
That's the other
Saturday.
thing. That's the other thing that drives me nuts about ESPN Plus. I'm paying you $15, $20, $30 a month, whatever ESPN Plus is nowadays. Why do I have to pay pay-per-view? Isn't my subscription going to watching this fight? That's the
Right.
other thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what purpose is there to have it? Like,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
NHL games is the only reason because ESPN Plus yearly is cheaper than the NHL Center Ice was or NHL TV was
Right.
before they went to ESPN.
right.
So
And
that's the
you
only
have
reason.
to have it as an NHL fan for national games, right?
Yes. Yep.
If you're like a big NHL fan like we both are.
Yep.
And then it's like, and then you watch their coverage and it's offensive.
Yes.
It's like offensive to hockey fans.
Yes. Yes.
So,
You know what? Maybe I didn't want ESPN to have your rights.
yeah.
All right, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, we gotta
That's
go.
all. Yeah, all that to say, I hate Disney. I hate ESPN. YouTube's kind of on my shit list. We'll see how this works out,
Yeah.
and we'll see everybody next Tuesday. See you then.